Welcome to Los Angeles, California. Welcome to the Late Late Show. I'm your host, TV's Craig Ferguson. Please sit down, relax. Take off your hat. I know a lot of you at home like to watch wearing a hat. Take it off. Or you can leave your hat on. I don't know. It's a great day for America, everybody. Great day for America. Especially if you like old Beaver. Now, let me finish, because... No, I promised myself I wouldn't do this. Scientists today, this is a true story, scientists today discovered the remains of a 164-million-year-old furry beaver. It's a beaver which lived at the time of the dinosaurs. It is the oldest hairy beaver ever discovered. See, no, it is. You are filthy. I am trying to tell them about natural history. What happened is, they knew there were beavers at the time of the dinosaur, but the news is they didn't know there were hairy beavers at the time of the dinosaur. But now they do. I'm not going to do... Oh, what? I thought hairy beavers died out in the 1970s. Right, that's it. I'm done. I won't do any now. I won't do any. That's it. That's it. I promise you that's it. But the rest of it's true. All that stuff about the beavers is true. And, because the beavers thing, I'm thinking about beaver right now, and I'll tell you why. Because, no, I am, because I watched... Because I'm awake. No, because I watched the Chronicles of Narnia last night. Now, have you seen the Chronicles of Narnia? What a film. That's a fantastic film. I didn't like it. It was a fantastic film. It's a fantastic film. But I have a problem with it. There's a problem with it. I don't know if you've seen the movie, but at a certain point during the movie, the beavers are trying to escape from the wolves who are chasing them. Cockney beavers, by the way. Cockney beavers are trying to escape from American wolves, who actually... Wolves from Brooklyn, I think. It sounded like that. And they're trying to get away across this frozen river. There's a frozen river there, and the beavers are trying... But the ice is breaking. And the beavers are like, oh, we don't know where to go because the ice is breaking. And I'm thinking, beavers swim, they live in rivers. They are subaquatic mammals. They build their homes in rivers. Apparently, so I have a problem with that. Apparently, I don't have a problem with Cockney talking beavers, but I do have a problem with beavers who, have a problem with the swimming. Anyway, I'm not talking about beavers tonight. I don't want to talk about beavers. I'm talking about animals. Animals. See, it got me thinking. I want to talk about animals tonight, not just beavers. We'll move on from that. Because there's another animal story today as well, that the U.S. Forest Service trapped the first wolverine in the Pacific Northwest. See, no one laughs at Wolverine. Anyway, they've trapped this wolverine, and they've named her Melanie. That's true. See, wolverines are very rare. It's unusual to get a wolverine. They trapped this wolverine, they've named her Melanie, and they've given her a radio collar to monitor her movements. I actually am a bit worried about this. You get a scientist, right, who names a wolverine Melanie, gives her a necklace, and then is tracking her mating habits. Where you going, Melanie? Who are you seeing? I think it's creepy. To be honest, I don't even know what a wolverine is. I don't know what a wolverine is. I think it's a cross between a wolf and a tangerine. It's something like that. I'd love to see how that happens, but it's good we're studying wolverines because they're very rare. We don't know much about them. We don't know anything about wolverines. I think they're like small wolves, I suppose, wolverine. Or maybe that's a wolverette. I don't know. We don't know. We know about wolves. Kevin Costner dances with wolves. That's what he does. Or you hear about people being raised by wolves. That's when people get raised by, oh yes, Tarzan raised by wolves. People are raised by wolves. It's astonishing. We won't let gay people adopt kids, but we're fine with wolves raising them. No, you don't need to be paraded all the time. Come on, eat that raw meat. Do you know where I live? I live up in the Hollywood Hills. Right there, you can see my house right by there. Over there. Next to that palm tree. Where where I live in the Hollywood Hills, and where I live, there's coyotes all over the place. They're very creepy. They want nothing to do with humans. They like to eat cats. And they hunt in packs. They're like paparazzi. They're everywhere. And I don't know if you've ever seen a coyote up close, but they're kind of like... It's the only animal I've ever seen that looks like it's smoking. No, they're kind of dirty. They kind of look like junkies. They're like wolves on heroin, coyotes. They are. They're kind of like, hey, how you doing? Are you all right? Hey, can you lend me $20? I gotta get a cat. I really need a cat. Yeah, they're all over the place, and you have to be careful when you're near them because they might run away and ignore you. But you have to be. You have to be careful around certain animals. I have been attacked by an animal once. I was attacked by a goose. Yes, both Fabio and I have both been victims of goose attacks. No, I was actually once attacked by a goose. I went to this farm to buy, you know, they buy the produce at the farm. You get the potatoes and tomatoes and whatever, you know, farm stuff. And I'm walking across this, you know, farm. I open the gate and I walk across the farmyard to get to the thing. And this goose is chasing me. That's like pecking me. And you want to fight it because it's a bird. You don't want to be seen running away. But they're really pecky. I'm not kidding. They're like, peck, peck, peck. It comes right at you. And so eventually I get away from the goose and, you know, and it's just flapping and stuff. You get away and I get to the farmer who's kind of been watching all this. And I said, what? Well, did you see that? And he said, yeah, the goose does that. I said, well, why don't you put it in a shed? He said, well, the goose lives here. And I don't have a TV. This is kind of my entertainment, guys like you. That's what he said. Anyway, I love animals. I do love animals. And I first kind of started being interested in them because I used to watch Jacques Cousteau on the TV when I was a kid. You know, he used to do these big documentaries. And he always mingled with the sea creatures. He would always go diving with the... And everywhere he went in the world with the Jacques Cousteau, he always met a friendly otter. Which I always like. Even in places where they don't have otters. On board the Calypso, we see the friendly otter Popo who has befriended the crew. They were in the Caribbean. There's no otters in the Caribbean. Oh, no, he was here. I saw him. He was on the beach, and, you know, he was, like, being playful. Apparently, Jacques Cousteau was also a Hispanic girl. Oh, yeah. Jacques Cousteau from the block. No, I thought the otter. Anyway, Cousteau loved the otters. There were always otters. Otters, if you don't know, they're the otters are the beavers of the ocean. Yeah, it's just the beaver of the ocean. The otter, like the camel, is the ship of the desert. The tuna is the chicken of the sea. All right, the scariest creature of all, for my money, bears. Bears are, I think it's time we got to stop making bears friendly. You know, and you know when we say the friendly, oh, smoochy little bear. Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh would rip your heart out. Bears are not friendly. It's Winnie the Pooh. He's just eating Tigger and Eeyore and Christopher Robin. Bears are not like Yogi Bear, who used to play for the Yankees or something. It's not that. Bears are not kind of wearing a tisket, a picnic basket. A bear is nothing like that. Bears want to eat. Bears don't even like other bears. There's a fantastic documentary, I don't know if you've seen it, it's called Grizzly Man. It's an amazing documentary about a guy who lived with bears, or tried to, and was killed by them. They're bears! It's what they do! Yes, he was killed by bears. Yes, they're bears! You know, you want to live with the gorillas? Yes, gorillas are interactive, friend. You've got to be careful, but they are social animals. Bears, not social animals. Bears, hungry animals. Anyway, this guy tried to live with bears. Things apparently were going great until he tried their porridge. Then... Apparently the last thing he said was, this is just right. No, it's not. I mean, no, we do need to educate our children about bears. All this lovely teddy bears are friendly, everything. It's not true. Smokey the bear, the friendly bear that warns kids about forest fires. Kids, if a bear has a ranger hat on, it's because he ate the ranger. He's a bear!
Worldwide Pants.